Hi, everyone. Welcome to Checkpoint, the show where we discuss and discern the most recent events of Check Please. Today we are discussing episode 43 and 44. My name's Kenny, and everyone around me is the cast and crew of Check Please, featuring Beardy, Screwy, Grem, Shane, and Xeno.
All right, well, that put an end to that.
Yeah, thanks, Screwy. You brought us back to reality. All right.
There goes gravity.
Do what I can.
So
we did it. Hi, everybody. We're here.
To discuss the very beginning of all this, it starts out with us very slowly leaving Rosalejo in episode 43. Some of us got a little distracted about what was needed to be done, maybe focused on the food part and didn't actually understand what the point of any of it was. And
went from good cop, bad cop to worst cop.
That's okay.
And then time.
He'll get abandoned. It's fine. It's normal. But the interesting thing that mostly happened was Valentino's group talking to our young Amun worshiper, R.I.P., to get some information about the people.
Was she young?
Youngish, yeah.
Okay.
Magdalia?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty young. Yeah,
she's pretty young.
It was the sun damage that was confusing.
Yeah, it was the sun damage.
I think the sun damaged her hair a little too.
There you go. I want to push the image for you in the server.
Bleached it out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's got like old person hair, but it's also like
she's half elf.
Obviously, she's a half elf, so like she doesn't show her age anyway.
Disgusting.
Right? They're just the worst.
Carver probably thinks so too.
Who?
Carver.
That's what
we're calling the killer.
Yeah, we call it Carver.
Have I heard that before?
I mean, I feel like I say it all the fucking time.
I say it all the time too, but I don't think I've ever said Carver to you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, did I forget an NPC?
Carver is my code word for the killer because they carve symbols in people's little bellies.
Specifically half-elves humans.
That's
true.
If
you want to go for full name is Jimmy Carver.
But it's
R.I.P. Jimmy Carver.
Jimmy Carver can be a woman.
Okay. You know what? Point. I'm sorry. That's on me. So, anyways, there was a lot of interesting depressing information on what's going to happen to all the people we were unable to save because we couldn't pool our money together.
I don't think it would add up to 100,000.
We weren't going to get the Serpentes, but we might have been able to get another person, I think. Maybe?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's unfortunate that we... Oh, go ahead.
How much did the Jackie
It was 100,000.
Oh, no. We're talking about Grethus. Grethus went for just above like 7,000, I believe.
Yeah, I've got the notes somewhere in here. Hold on.
Probably could have pulled for him. Again, though, Valentino just didn't want to play the slavers' game, you know? Like,
understandable.
If they freed all these slaves and the slavers walked away with the money, they would just be incentivized to keep doing it. Which, I mean, they're going to keep doing it, but he's not going to be party to that.
Yeah, I guess in my opinion...
I got the number... Oh, okay.
The way I saw it was we could do a little bit of good by freeing these people because we're definitely not strong enough to deal with these people. So we wait, we take care of what we can for the people who are here, bide our time by getting stronger, and then eventually blow the whole place up. But that...
I mean, I was strong enough. It was no problem.
The wand was strong enough.
My resources count as my win.
Okay.
So I pulled up the information about their sell prices. Grethus sold for 3,500.
It's not even that much.
Sold. Yeah, and you guys didn't buy them. Crescendia sold for 7,000. And the Serpentes sold for a 100,000 after a bidding war took place.
So I feel like we could have gotten Greethus out of this too.
Probably.
Could have.
But that's not really what we're discussing. We're discussing what's gonna happen to them, which is bad things.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the
Useless.
seer was consistently saying, rather than telling us any helpful information?
Yeah.
Because she's
I mean,
useless.
look.
Oh,
Guess what? We
sad
know
life,
this
sad
already.
life, sad
No
life.
one
pain,
ever
pain.
said that she was a particularly skilled oracle, okay?
Yeah,
And they're going to continue saying that.
I mean, if they were really good, they wouldn't have. No, that's mean.
Wow.
what the fuck was that? All right.
If they're really good, they weren't what?
Yeah, go on, Screwy.
Nope,
I literally couldn't hear
that's
you
gonna
if you
be
said
mean.
it.
No, I didn't say
No,
it. I
he
didn't.
stopped.
Oh,
I
I'm
stopped.
sorry.
It
I'm
was
gonna
gonna
have
be
hearing
mean.
problems tonight. I don't know why. Like.
No,
Yeah,
it's fine.
So
it's
I
fine.
apologize for making people repeat things multiple times because I literally am not. I'm not physically hearing what like. It's weird. I'm just sort of hearing
You're not
noise
processing
that I
it.
can't.
Yeah.
It's a processing thing. I'm
Yep.
just having a processing issue
Anyway,
tonight.
Screwy, be mean. Go on.
Yeah.
Be mean.
Go do it.
Do it.
Don't act like you're gonna be mean and then don't be mean. You gotta actually be mean.
If she
you still
was,
have the
if
thought.
she was a better quality oracle, do you think she'd have to be a traveling oracle? She could just set up shop and everybody would come to them.
That's
That was
your
not
idea of a
nearly
mean
as
comment.
mean as I was
That
ready
was
for.
that was
Buddy,
not mean whatsoever.
You're adorable. Well done.
I'm so disappointed.
Hey, hey, Screwy,
Aw.
Screwy. Give yourself
Yeah.
a hero point. Give
Listen.
yourself a hero point for being an absolutely upstanding person. Well
Said
done.
quoted Marshmallow.
I'm just saying it's kind of nice that we have this seer so that Tessa has some competition.
You're the most
Okay.
suck-ass person.
Ouch.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
that's fair.
You
She
think
lived,
Magdalia's
though.
that bad?
I think Magdalia is a Tessa tier. Yeah, personally, I do.
I don't know. Nobody killed her for it.
You know what?
Not yet.
I would say typically yes. I would typically say no. But the fact that she kept on saying, "Can't you ask me some stupid,
Nice.
Something
thing?"
nice,
It's like, why would I go to you for anything that's not like helpful?
not horrible.
And even just that, when she's like, "Can you ask me something nice?" I'm like, "You're the fucking oracle, not me. I don't know what their good answers are going to be, or I wouldn't fucking ask them. How am I
Right.
supposed to do that?
That's all part of the joke, right?
Are cookies good? What do you want from me?"
Like I already
Like,
What color is the
I
sky?
feel
Bitch, you can't see anymore. Ha!
Oh!
like the only thing
Wow.
I could see them questions like, what crops should I plant?
Yeah,
but then
and
it's gonna
if
be like, oh, I just no, it's
I
they're
hate
all
that
dead.
one.
The harvest, oh no!
I know,
Yeah, it's
if we
like-
ask her like, "Hey, are cookies good?" and she'd be like, "Well, I'm allergic. I see death in my own future. Why would you ask this of me?
It's like, girl,
Oh, that's
Ask
hysterical.
something nice, please."
no chill.
I think she just hang up the just close it up because she's just
This
gonna be
poor
depressed.
woman.
I don't think so, man. I'm just enjoying the joke.
I mean, if she an Amun worshiper, I mean, he literally like cursed her and she's happy about it, and Louis just over here like, this bitch a slave. I don't understand why this could possibly be good.
We can have a 3-way battle between Tessa, Magdalia, and your Dragonfly Lantern.
Oh shit!
That's
The
not-
Dragonfly
ouch.
Lantern is fine. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it would win.
Yeah, win
It
the
is-
worst
It,
like title
It is-
in the
it is
competition.
fine.
Whatever the competition is, it wins.
it is fine. Okay, it's like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
That's not a number.
My oh my.
It's silly.
It's not like a great work of art. All right, it's not perfect. It's fine.
Was there anything from those fortunes that either like surprised people or anyone found particularly interesting? No surprises.
Yeah.
Go on.
Crescendia just completely disappearing from the timeline completely.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was weird.
a bit weird.
Yeah, that is weird. What's up with that?
I mean, obviously, it's just that Magdalia is that dog shit at fucking telling the future.
Never
there's-
seen a more
there's your
dog
Occam's
shit
razor.
seer.
You found the Occam's razor. It's like, how could this possibly be? And it's like, oh, we're getting bad information.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's how.
She's
She,
like, I lost track.
She just kept seeing like a little bit of bad stuff and was like, "Oh, I don't want to look any further. It's all bad and terrible." I was like,
You know,
girl,
I
you
have a
didn't even
theory.
Look hard.
She was looking at like the timeline of her future, and then a cloud passes over the sun, cutting off the connection, and she's like, "Whoa!" It just like ended right there. That's
Yep,
it.
just
She's
stop.
gone.
Don't know.
Mm.
Sorry, guys. Can't help you.
She's like,
Or
they
this
must not have a
character-
future, and where we all can see the cloud. We're like, you want to check again in like 30 seconds?
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Or
she dies.
or this character's future is being purposefully obfuscated by what do you call it?
Emmett?
By Ammon. Yeah, because they are important in some way, shape, or form that they don't want
What
us
a
to know
fun
about just
theory.
yet.
Yeah,
Well-
that is very fun. I like it.
That's a
In
fun
my-
theory. I like that.
In my opinion, there's like that tends to be the case for a lot of oracles. They're, in my opinion, people who get used. So
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm just saying, another check mark for Louis was right.
So for Rethus, we had he was taken to a dying forest. Any guesses on where that could be?
Not yet. I'm
Dying
gonna do more
forest?
research.
Dying forest.
Well, the Deadlands are fine, so it can't be there. Dying
I was thinking of in the general Burgos region. There's that one forest that looks like pretty dead.
Oh,
But I don't know
that's
if it's
true.
dying.
the one by Pentris. Is that
Kinda, it's kind of near Pentris,
Kinda.
yeah.
Oh, hey, well, let's just take care on the way then.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Let's see. Next, we had Tulia, who's in a city of water and music.
And also in a bad situation.
Yeah, also
I
at
have-
a bad time.
I have in my notes, not good for her.
Nice.
Any guesses on water and music?
Parthenae. She's gonna be at the next auction.
Well, I mean,
IMO.
yes,
Yeah.
she will be.
Oh, fair.
But I don't
Yeah.
know where she
Fair.
currently is.
On the way there.
I think she's probably in a like demi-plane.
Yeah, with
holding
how the
cell.
whole thing was set up, I think they have like an interdimensional space for in between the shows.
Probably.
And obviously, the entire queen of the event, Nafim, she's in a walled city, I believe. What was it? Walls bound in beautiful silver wrought bars, like a cage upon those bars with a symbol of questionable meaning. I did not know what the symbol was, so I would greatly assume it's not Pentris. But
I
don't know.
feel
Makes sense.
like it's the northern continent. It's just a gut feeling,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like
Mm,
it's
mhm.
there. And that's my guess.
Crescendia, whatever.
I mean, she's dead. Probably already.
R.I.P. girl. Sorry. It's how it happens.
Way it
Yeah.
goes, mate.
Also,
Just don't get caught.
Also, Magdalia was shocked at the identity of Valentino's mother.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
so
it-
curious.
She said she understood why Val was looking for his father.
Which
Wait,
means nothing to me, but it is intriguing.
I'm like, what do you know?
Right.
What does she know that I don't?
Nothing important.
she
Don't worry
she
about
knows something you don't.
Yeah.
It's the one thing she got right, maybe. She's not going to tell you. Because you all hate her. Because she's a suck-ass oracle.
I mean, Stavik doesn't hate them, but she
We-
kind of told Stavik to hit the fucking bricks. Don't come back. In
We
so
meet
many
up with her
words.
again, and she's got like a mad look on her face, and we're like, "Is something wrong?" She's like, "Heard you were
Wait,
talking
what?
shit." The son told me.
Louis smiles in the background. Yeah, I did.
Also of note, Stavik did not get shanked by a angry Parthese man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad.
Look, that means you won.
It does.
We'll
If
see.
you survive a fight to the death, then that can only mean one thing.
See,
It's a tie.
you say that you're glad that it didn't happen, but you didn't seem glad when it looked like Stavik was gonna die today. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who said? No, I was sad. I said I'm not glad. I said sad.
No. I
Oh.
don't think you're listening to what Shane's saying.
I'm saying you said that you're glad. You would want this guy to stab you, right?
You want to have this duel?
Well then. Oh yeah. I want the duel to happen because I want I want that. I want the opportunity to put them in their place, to shut them up.
So
Understood.
This is Screwy. This is Screwy. This is not.
Okay.
This is not stuff. This is Screwy. Be like,
Mhm,
fucking. It's like, okay.
But what if he's
I have
as
all
good
this
or better than
frustration
that
pent up,
ghost?
and you just happen to be here.
yeah.
What'd you say?
What if he's as good as or better than the ghost you fought today?
So here's my thoughts on that. If it was I'm not I'm not well versed on the different swordsman types. Like if it's a cavalier.
Was he riding
no.
a horse?
Probably
Oh
not.
no. If it is somebody who's able to basically sword play like a monk, as 6-7 hits, a ridiculous number of. That's the word I was looking for. Swashbuckler. If they were a swashbuckler, I think I might be a little bit. I might be concerned.
So
What makes you concerned? Think he was not? What makes you think he's not?
Something tells me in my head, a noble wouldn't be a swashbuckler.
okay.
Okay.
I'd like to see that his second is actually Cassius.
Old man
Yeah.
Cassius.
No.
Oh,
That
he's-
level 20 barbarian.
Fuck. No, he would have
No, dude,
prestiged
the
by
better.
then.
I'm getting really
Dude,
weirded out
you
by
have
how
to
much
fight-
protean shit's up in this Burgos bitch. What the fuck?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, I'll think
Do you
about
want to
it.
explain why? Screwy probably knows why. Why is that, Screwy?
Because Prota is fallen, and all these people that are stuck that have dispersed out of Prota.
Okay, but
Oh,
what
that's-
about the
okay, he's
building
wrong.
that's old?
So I'm gonna-
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna correct
the
that
history?
real quick.
I like that.
I
One.
know.
I'm sorry. I thought I thought he was gonna get it right because he had a
No.
protein
Right.
character. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Anybody else want to try before I actually
Proto-
answer it?
Prota. This used to be Prota before.
Inhabit it, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. That's
Used
the
to
correct
be
answer.
like a
This is an
colony
old
country.
ruin. Like this is a very old monastery. It was constructed when the Proteans first moved in here. Sorry.
No worries, no
Apologies.
worries.
I like Screwy's explanation.
I appreciate your answer and I appreciate the enthusiasm with which it was given.
I give all of my
That
answers
makes
with
sense
great
to me.
enthusiasm.
I know you do,
Mhm.
and that's why I love playing these games with you.
Thank
Thank you.
So why'd she?
Also, give yourself another hero point, Screwy.
You used so many today.
You used so many today. You deserve them.
Aw, thank you.
What were you gonna say, Xeno?
I was gonna say, what was up with Valentino's mother though?
Yeah.
Going back to that. Yeah, I'm backtracking.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
Tell me
think
what
we're-
we're-
Swing this bus right around.
Jesus,
Pulling the
just a really
e-brake
nice
on this shit.
I don't think we were given enough information to make
Yeah.
any guesses, so it's not.
I think if I were to repeat it exactly, I think it was that she looked into the sun, she gasped in
Mhm.
surprise,
Correct.
and then looked back at Valentino and said, I don't remember exactly what she said. I'm sorry. It was
It was. I didn't realize it was your mother or something like that. Was that it?
I think
Oh,
what
no.
she said was, "I can see why you're looking for your father." Essentially, is what she said.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
She said something right before that. I thought though. About.
I think
The
it was
mother.
just that she was like, "Oh, that's really surprising."
Well, look,
Yeah.
because everybody says that their mom's the best, but she got to look in the future and be like, "Oh, your mom really
Oh,
is the best."
your mom
Not
actually is
everyone.
the best.
Not everyone says their
No.
mom's the best.
No, not everyone.
Not everyone.
You know what? Point.
Some people say my mom's the best.
Good
I
point.
love your mom.
Good point.
Do you want to hear Screwy's theory?
About
theory?
Yes.
Valentino's mom?
I would love to hear your theory,
about-
please.
About Valentino's parentage.
Yes,
Mhm.
I must know.
In my head, when that, I can see why you're looking for your dad. Okay, mother is normal halfling. Father,
How is that
Is-
surprising?
hold on.
Mhm.
Father is a dragon that was in halfling form, and Valentino is half dragon.
Hmm.
I mean, he did breathe smoke once. So.
Yeah, and he also said he had a fire inside of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's also a sorcerer, and this could just take an
Yeah,
elemental bloodline.
That's
So,
true.
like, what are we doing here?
True.
I can see
I mean,
why
it's a wonderful theory. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
I could see
We'll
it.
put it
I
up
could
on the
see
big
I mean,
board.
I can see.
We're gonna give it
'cause,
long odds, but we'll put it up on the big board for you. So if it hits, that'll be a big old jackpot for you if it hits.
It will have,
Mhm.
what's it? So, dragon, regular halfling,
Yeah.
mermaid,
Yeah.
murder, torture, hillbillies.
Yeah.
What
Murder, torture, hillbillies.
Oh,
which
I
is
mean,
God.
that one's that's
really-
pretty good odds
murder,
on
torture,
that.
hillbilly, zombies.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Can't believe you're
Um,
making this reference.
which is distinctly different than zombies. Let's be clear.
Yes.
It was, yeah, hillbilly torture family zombies. I think, or zombie hillbilly torture family.
Can
That's
we get
exactly
back-
what it was.
Can we get back
gonna
to
give it
check,
away.
please?
On the
Shut
road.
What?
Can we get back
You're
to
gonna-
check, please?
What was
You're
Xeno
gonna give it
saying?
away, dude. Shut up.
I missed what Xeno said. I'm sorry. My ears. Are...
I went back to check, please.
Oh, okay, cool. So am I. Let's go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Screwy on the big board with dragon. Okay.
Mhm.
Father is a dragon.
Father's a dragon. Yep.
Okay.
I know Shane's gone through several different theories at this point, but I don't know if you've landed on one recently again.
Oh man, I'd love to hear them.
Yeah. Let's hear him.
I will say that Screwy's current theory is very similar to a theory that I had originally when Valentino first showed up in the campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
First showed up. Huh? We're
yeah.
theorizing that early.
We all showed up in the first episode.
Oh, no. Shane theorizes from the millisecond he is involved in something, okay?
I don't have over 100 pages of theories and
For
notes
nothing.
for the campaign for no reason. I've gone through. If I were to tell you some of the theories that I came up with for the campaign so far, I would be very concerned. Like, they would cart me away
So
with
how
some
many
of
of
these
them?
theories.
How many of them have been proven false so far?
The Valentino ones specifically, or campaign ones?
The campaigns ones, like that you started from the beginning, because you said you had like hundreds of pages.
I mean,
Yeah.
How many, like
Oh.
percentage-wise, how many have already been proven false so far?
I would say it's really only a small percentage
good.
of them that have
Oh,
been
goody.
proven false.
Okay,
I'd say it's
okay.
under somewhere between 10 and 20%, maybe. That
Okay.
feels high too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's good.
Mhm.
That's really nice. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
At this point, though Shane has not told me what theories about Louis are, I'm like 70% sure Shane's like this close to figuring out everything every day.
Just constantly on the verge of
Mhm.
a dawning realization.
Yeah, but not quite
I
there.
feel like the curse, though, is because I have an unlimited amount of time to think about theories, I get to a theory and then I'm like, there's no way that's what's going on. And then I
You-
leave the theory. And then later on, I'm like,
But what if?
it was the
Well,
theory.
wait a minute.
It was
Yeah, just
the
don't leave it.
theory.
That's
It
what
was
I
that
do.
one
right.
all along.
I just hang on to every
Mhm.
single theory simultaneously.
You're right. I should
Mhm.
start
Yeah.
doing that.
And then I say I was right.
Yeah.
Fucking
kinda
Nostradamus that
canceled
shit.
myself out of saying that. Like a lot of stuff we learned about Xander today was stuff that early on I was like, I wonder if, and I was like, yeah, or it could be like 100 other things.
I'm
do you wanna-
happy that my verbiage that I discussed with Beardy the other day was pretty spot on when I was guessing about Xander, but we could get there. We could get there.
Do we want to just skip ahead to the Xander reveal, or do we want to just go chronologically?
We should go chronologically.
Okay.
Because it gets very confusing otherwise.
Yeah.
After
Raggedy old woman.
Raggedy old woman. Yeah. That's right. You guys met Raggedy Old Woman, whose name I'm already spacing on.
Esmelda.
Thank you.
I
always wanted to
call her
like
Raggy.
when I came up with her name, I'm like, this is gonna be a little bit different because I use like a Spanish name generator for a lot of these NPCs in Burgos.
Yeah.
And I'll just like smash it a bunch of times until I find like a name that looks all right. And I felt that it was appropriately mystic because it's similar to like Esmeralda, which is like a very kind of like Roma
which
almost.
Was Miri's
like,
full name.
Yes, this is true.
That's right. So it was similar enough, and she was meant to kind of be this semi-mystic figure that showed up and just said like garbage at you. If you believed or not, it was up to you.
Well, it's up to Xander, really.
Dude, I'm so fucking glad she wasn't a hag. Or that if she was a hag, she left us the fuck alone for the most part.
We're taking a break from hags. Don't worry. They'll come back in a big way later, but we're taking a break from them.
Yeah, because I was like, are we going to run into a hag in between every single city? Is there just going to be like...
No, we're taking a hag break.
The coven is just fucking huge. We eventually get to the last one. It's HagCon, and there's just like hundreds of them.
Did we run into a hag between the Crossroads Inn and...
No.
I mean, we could have. Who knows?
Okay.
We only ran into one hag.
Right? Okay,
we only ran into one that revealed herself.
In this
a good point. A good distinction to make.
Oh, hags.
I actually just got to do a hag scene in one of my games last week, and it was 3 hag sisters, and I got to do all 3 of their voices and go back and forth. And they were propositioning some. They were propositioning some of the PCs because they thought they were... The hags themselves were under a curse to think they were beautiful. It was really funny.
Oh, bless their
hearts. I was about to say, doing a hag scene sounds like a euphemism, but it sounds like a euphemism for exactly what you just described.
Yeah. So all 3 of them were... Anyway, it was funny. But that's not this game. This is Check Please. So let's continue. You guys met Esmelda on the road. She talked a bunch of garbage at you. I have it all in front of me here. Let's see.
Gobbledygook. Meant nothing to anybody but Xander.
I don't know what you mean. I thought it was pretty straightforward. Honestly, she was like, "You need to go to this place, or else."
The mountain
I was
calls.
like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. So the weird stuff I had written down was the mountain calls, little travelers. It whispers in the breath of the wind and the hush of the stones. A great sorrow lingers there. A restless soul cries for those who would listen, or those who would dare. Which, of course, was the remains of Miriam.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. And then we've got, I have seen it clear as day, clear as death. It beckons you. A path you have not walked, yet have always known. Which is, again, I hope that makes a lot more sense now. Now that we know where that's going from. And then, of course, the final warning, which was go or do not, but beware. When the dead call for you and you don't answer, they just call louder.
I like that one. I like that line.
Yeah.
Fucking ominous.
I mean, that's the point. She's meant to be an ominous figure, and then she kind of waddled off into the night. So you guys made your way to the mountain? Knowing that there was something there, because, of course, Xander
You're skipping over something very specific that happened
that
night.
No, go ahead.
There was some evening talks about Xander, and then a fight happened.
Okay.
A very interesting God argument, as occurs every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
In the party.
Sorry.
Though I feel like this one got more heated than they usually do.
That's true. Louis did drop some very passionate statements about the gods. Because it's very interesting that, like, or at least from Zulin's perspective of being like, well, did you try hard enough? And Louis like, are you fucking kidding me? I tried the hardest.
It wasn't hard enough. It was, have you extinguished all of the variables?
So many variables, dude.
Yeah, but you didn't say that. You said, yeah.
Ow. Thank you.
The one thing that I wish I don't remember if I asked or not, but Stavik wanted to theoretically ask is,
well, Stavik doesn't talk to Louis.
Oh, I know. This is Screwy wanting to think up questions. Were the gods barred from speaking to Louis?
Well, one, how could Louis possibly know that?
That's what I mean. That's all
also,
it would be a question posed.
But also, what could possibly bar all of the gods from talking to someone?
Simple
from one individual
boy.
Like,
I don't know. This is Screwy's thought process, but this is the question that.
Go on, Shane.
Question.
We'll put it up on the big board for you.
I don't think you want me to say this, Kenny.
Aww. All right.
It is so cursed.
I want to hear it more now.
Go ahead.
Say more.
If you don't say it out loud, at least want you to send it to me, because I at least want to know.
Let me mentally
that's not
prepare.
Fair.
No. I want to hear it. I want to be emotionally destroyed tonight more than I already am. All right.
Gird your loins.
Go on.
Go on.
So this is it. Actually, hold on. Let me get a response back.
No, I want you to say it exactly like that.
Okay.
Put it in those
this
exact
is really cursed,
words.
Kenny. Okay. So this is semi-joking, and obviously the terminology is not accurate, but the very obvious answer to why the gods would not want to speak to one particular individual would just be like, Louis the Antichrist.
I actually considered that once.
It's a pretty good theory, right?
It's a pretty good theory, honestly.
I think it's fun as hell.
Right?
Like,
isn't it really fun?
I feel like if you had an Antichrist who is like super like devoted and in love with every single god, I feel like they'd just be like, oh no, we'll just take him under our wing and then it won't happen.
Also,
that's how they get you.
Also, just to shit on that theory a little bit, I'm pretty sure the Antichrist is supposed to be charismatic.
Yikes!
Yo! Whoa!
Sorry. The off my throat. What are you doing?
Yo, they're down. Just
I have theories
Stop
about
hitting.
it, but I don't. I feel confused because, from my standpoint, it seems pretty straightforward to the point that I feel like there must be something I don't know that contradicts what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so Louis is like, at least in part, like, we know out of character that he's in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I figured that they just use different channels to talk to each other. They're just like, what are you doing? Talk to me like a god.
That does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. Using the wrong channels, and he doesn't know how to use the other channels.
He
so
does.
Yeah,
No
he doesn't
idea.
know how to use the correct channels, and they're all kind of like, what is this game? What is this? What is he doing? Like, this isn't
talking
how
in
we
gibberish.
talk.
Yeah, he only has PBS, and History Channel comes in kind of fuzzy.
Yeah. So. Okay, sorry. So I forgot we had. I'm gonna put this on. I need to write a big board out somewhere. So the big board was Antichrist.
Mm-hmm. Wrong channel.
Owen on the wrong frequency.
Yeah.
And what was Screwy's yours again?
The other gods are barred.
Other guards are barred for talking. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That there's some kind of total block on Louis from that it's imposed on all gods. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Kind of similar how Risen, like
a. What if it was like a one person? Yeah, because you mean the barrier for Adrian, right? You all remember the barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's like it's a one person barrier? That's fun. Like their theory is basically that. Okay, one person barrier. All right.
All right.
Any other theories? Or shall we move on?
You got anything, Xeno?
I have
Oh, okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
It's because, like, also, so how common is it for people to just, like, have a conversation with their god at their temple where they can both talk back and forth.
It's not super common as far as I know. Riz was
That's what I
unique
would
because
think.
they were a herald.
Yeah.
And like I've said with Louis, he tried to find ways to contact the gods in ways that they could contact him. Honestly, one of the few times where he was like, yeah, I tried to contact the Biff, because Biff literally has a direct contact to Symphonia. They're the only person who can just talk to Symphonia. So Louis was like, I've got a fucking in. I will talk to the Biff will talk to the god, and the god will help me.
Yeah, I guess it's gotten a little hard to understand since the last two, or the campaign from season 1 and 2, we had a lot of God talking because we had characters who specifically talked
They were
to
special
specific
about
gods,
that, yeah.
or they're special.
I mean,
Or they
you
were-
guys are typically playing special people. Yeah.
But I am not. I'm just playing a
and-
boy.
When Louis was off saying, "Oh, I could take his ability to speak with the gods away," and I'm thinking, I don't know if Louis understands how non-literal Valentino's conversations are.
He doesn't, because he's never
no.
had a conversation with a god.
Well, if it's non-literal,
But
then
the thing
like,
is,
you have-
Valentino acts like he does have that connection, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
I realize that.
Yeah. So Louis like, oh, Valentino's out here talking to all the gods? Well,
fuck you, specifically. Acting like I should be grateful for nothing. I will say, though, just bringing up the subject of being like, oh, the gods put you on this path. They put you on a path to meet me, is like a Christian going up to me and being like, hey, God put you on this path, baby girl. Jesus did this for you. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. Leave me alone.
I don't know.
Or anytime something bad happens in your life, they'll be like, God never gives you more than you can handle.
Yeah, it definitely felt like that.
Oh, your baby died? Well, it's God's plan.
It's God's plan.
It's gonna work out in the
that
end.
part, though, Valentino doesn't do. He's never like, oh, bad things are actually good. He's just like, you can handle it. But
No, you know what's worse
the
is
first
you
part,
say,
maybe.
please, I need the strength for this, and then they're gonna give you a way to learn to have strength. It's like, fuck
But
you.
The difference is that in Adrian, the gods are provably real.
They are.
Yeah.
yes, I was gonna
that's
say
the
this is
thing.
like
Yeah, they're
actually a thing in
Right,
Asia.
they're
true,
demonstrably real. They have an actual impact on the world. They
That's
shoot
what's
lightning
weird
bolts
for
from the
Valentino.
sky. Yeah.
He's like, there's a god of fate who we could proven does in fact create fate. So like, what are you arguing with?
Do they
Roughly.
create fate, or do they just see?
They interpret it and see
well,
it
yeah, okay.
and act on it, but they don't write it themselves.
I don't. Based on Louis' spectrum of understanding of how he works in the world, I don't even think he believes that he's on that radar personally. That's his personal opinion, because there is no contact, right? He's not allowed in settings and can fuck up things on accident because he exists and he doesn't know why.
Well, sure, but like the radar thing, it's like that's a good example because like Valentino's perspective, Louis might be like a mouse in the walls in a home, right? Like the owners of the home might not want him there,
Okay.
and it might be a very hostile relationship, but it's still their house. It wouldn't be there if the people who built it didn't build it.
I'm a parasite.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Go say that in Pinterest.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
That word has a very different connotation in that
That's
city.
true. But, I mean, in some instances, as part of like Louis's worship in the past, he did agree with like a lot of teachings between different gods. It's just the gods themselves he has a vendetta against, and not even in a sense where he's like, I want to kill the gods. He's more just like, I fucking hate them. How dare you claim that they have any feelings for me? Fuck them. They did nothing. We'll get to that stuff eventually.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The disagreements between the characters here is juicy.
Very.
And then, I guess we left Husa. No one cares about her. Anyways,
well, you also talked with Bastion before we went off.
Well, yeah, that was part of the conversation of the
Yeah.
the
And you
cutting
drank
off.
a lot of his alcohol.
Yeah.
It's true.
Five gulps.
Okay, but these are Louis gulps. Okay, I'm not saying Beardy gulps.
All
I'm
right.
saying Louis gulps. He's got a tiny
I
ass
didn't
mouth.
realize that was a big gulper. Okay.
You are.
Yeah, but also Louis is an alcoholic, so these are alcoholic gulps. So
He is an alcoholic. He literally gave the alcoholic just booze and was like, just don't like use all of it. And he was like, okay.
Look, Bastion's not good at this. All right. I'm not claiming that he's a good influence on anybody.
And to be fair, Louis has already relapsed if he hadn't already.
Right.
He is. He's
Oh,
in
yeah,
relapse.
absolutely.
Every
Well,
time
I
he's
mean-
handed a drink, he's like, I shouldn't do this. And then he's like, but it tastes so good.
It's like, everyone else is having so much fun.
Yeah.
And I hate everything, and if I just drink this, and I won't.
And, you know, maybe he sleeps a little bit better when he drinks too.
Fair.
Hey, y'all.
This is jumping
Drink
a little ahead,
responsibly.
but when Louis was like, oh man, I've slept for the past 4 nights, it's awful, I'm like, man, I relate more than I ought to.
Yeah.
He just has really, 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 really bad nightmares. It's fine.
Mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
So yeah. So then you guys went to the mountain.
Yep. And no one cares about
you-
Husa.
No one cares.
I
No one
mean,
cares about Husa. We're
I
gonna
don't
skip
know
over
about
Husa.
I still know what I said.
Although
If
I
she
will
had come
mention
with
only
us-
one thing about Husa, and that was I think Screwy had a plan to bury her,
Yes. Yes, alive.
which I think was the best plan, and you should have done it.
I mean, we probably would have saved her from a lot more pain in the future, to be frankly honest.
I don't know, dude. I'm glad we didn't. That would have been so grim to come back to.
Oh my god.
That would
Yeah.
have been so depressing to be like, we just, especially after we just fucking threw all that money out to save her, and then like,
I mean-
stopping to be like, oh yeah, I pay you like 2,100 gold to save her, and he's like, oh, like, whoops, I buried
Buried her
the
alive.
I buried her alive
Oopsies.
the next day.
dog.
Oops. Oh, yikes.
But I stand by. I think her chances of survival coming with us were still lower, no matter what we say we
Yeah.
find her
Oh,
in.
yeah.
I think that she would
Yeah,
have
I
been
mean,
fucked.
she'd have not done great. Her and her javelins are not going to do that good.
I
against
can't
a
believe
lot of
she
these enemies.
claimed that she could take both Requiem and
Requiem.
Rhapsody. In the very
I thought that was
instance
so
that she
funny.
could take one of them is crazy to me.
I mean, she doesn't seem that intimidating, but she does technically have better stats than Rhapsody and Requiem. Like,
They
yeah,
don't
she
have
just
any
rolls
equipment
like
on them.
dog shit. That's the
That's
problem.
true.
yeah, like it. Yeah.
She rolls
Now,
either
if
nat
it's like-
20s or nat 1s.
Now the thing is that she has no means to kill them permanently, because
Yeah.
they're made properly.
come
Like
back.
they're bloody skeletons, so they come back. So.
Bloody skeletons.
Also,
Bloody
she did,
skeletons.
also, she
You need a
did get
bottle of holy
trounced
water.
Let Xeno
trounced by a
talk.
garden, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Although I am dreading when we come back down there and she's like, it's 2 days. I didn't thought you guys were going to be gone just tonight.
Well. Oh well.
Oh well.
Kenny does not feel bad. I'm sure Louis will have some conscience about it.
Maybe.
Oh yeah,
Same
Dylan
time.
too.
Haha.
You're a
Nice.
liar.
I'd rather the young girl that's traveling with us doesn't fucking die on our watch, but there's a timer on that.
Or get accidentally murdered by you. I mean, that's the even better one.
I really hope that one. I'm confident, at least for my part, that's not happening.
Okay, good.
I mean, it wasn't really on our watch if we weren't there to watch. So this is like the only situation in which she would die not on our watch, where it wouldn't really fully be
if she
directly
stays
our
with
fault.
somebody, right? If we get to a city or somewhere and they're like, "Oh, I know about Linda Kiwi, I know what to do with her," and they're genuine, they're not the one that kills her, and then she still dies because they couldn't successfully protect her. I'll be like, "Look, we did the best we could."
The problem is
for
she's
sure.
not gonna leave Stavik.
Yeah, that is definitely the problem.
Yeah.
She almost certainly will die on our watch unless we find a way to get her to leave, because
Yeah.
the gap in power is only going to grow.
Yeah.
She'll
That's a
level up
problem.
one day. I'm probably.
I mean,
Maybe.
someone's got to teach her their class stuff, right?
Teach her how to fight, Stavik. Go on.
That's
Yeah, then she can be your second.
stuff to do.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
I said
I
that's
thought
on
she
the
already
list of stuff to
was.
do. Oh.
I caught that.
But we headed up the mountain and got to Prinia's Reach and proceeded to get a very fascinating vision of this mother absorbing her flock to fight people
Sometimes you do that.
who were
Mhm.
Protean, maybe? What was the armor on these people they were fighting again? Nondescript?
Plate mail.
Just plate mail? Okay.
Plate mail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very curious about that, actually. What the fuck
Yeah.
was that?
There's the idea of the Prinian faith having such divisive sects that they're killing each other over it seems kind of like they're maybe in the wrong faith.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it though?
You do. That was really fucked up.
Was it though?
I mean, Louis bothered by it in the very least. It's
Were
just adding to the
Yeah.
God shit is fucked up.
So like a cleric of Prenia or some such equivalent using souls like ripping magic to kill, whatever paladins.
Presumably
of,
other Prinians.
paladins of Prenia and some kind of sectarian war going on within the Prinian faith.
That's weird.
So that's fun, right?
Isn't that beautiful?
It's
Yeah.
Life
interesting.
is beautiful.
Valentino's going to like, man, this tramp stamp I got carries a lot more baggage than I was expecting.
Most
Yeah.
tattoos do, it seems.
I know, that's what makes them fun, to be fair.
So yeah, you see
Especially
the battlefield.
tall one.
There is some like the haunt there, and then you guys made your way inside the cathedral.
No, we met Milo first.
Oh, you're right. I'm so sorry. You guys went south to the the building that they were prepared the dead in,
Good.
and you guys talked to Milo, the gravekeeper.
Which is always a
That's
dog's
right.
name to me. I'm sorry.
It's true.
Okay.
I see. Yeah. I
I
can see that.
Yeah,
I'm
but he
very
seemed chill.
interested about him making Xander's outfit. I have more questions, but after everything that had happened at the end of session, I was like, it is not the time to ask these questions right now. I need to ruminate on everything.
Very fair.
So
Very
many
fair.
questions.
Also, I forgot that Xander had a new outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
When we mentioned that Milo was the guy who made his first outfit, I was like, so you just kind of shit all over this guy's new work by getting a new one? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, Xander's been wearing it for a long time, it seems.
Yeah, like 3 years, right?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
whole baby life.
And now Louis gonna wear parts of it.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you
Thinking
met
about that?
Milo. Seemed like a real chill guy. After talking to him, then you guys went, inside the building, and had a bit of an encounter with some fire enchanted burning soul armor monsters. Pretty nasty fight.
That was a fight.
Pretty tough one. Yeah, I wanted it to be a real challenge. I think it worked out.
I'm so glad I have snowballs.
Mm-hmm.
Just every time I was just seeing misses, I'm like, oh, thank God I have these.
I mean, Valentino stayed conscious and got flanking almost every
That's
round.
true.
That is like a huge win for me.
Yeah, that was a big fight for Valentino.
Bastion
in the
was
way
the one
that
who
it
got
was
roughed up a lot, really.
Yeah, like I think this was probably one of the best fights for Valentino and one of the worst fights for both Bastion and Zulin.
Yeah,
like, it was just a bad
easily
time
the worst
for both
one
of
for
those characters.
Zulin.
Easily the worst fight for
time
Zulin.
that I was actually worried for Zulin.
Yeah,
I just couldn't do anything, so that would be.
Yeah,
it was just like, shit, is Zulin gonna die here? Fuck.
Also,
okay.
I almost got one hit.
Yeah, he almost got one hit. They hit hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, luckily you guys were able to outmaneuver them, kill them. They did surprisingly little damage with their death AoEs because you guys managed to either like make your saves or be out of range. So good maneuvers there, good tactics.
Good job, team.
And good job, team. And anyway, that obviously brings us into today's episode. So once you guys finish off the Burning Souls,
spoilers.
What?
You heard me. Spoilers.
Continue.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What if someone just joined us?
Well,
okay,
they're here for
anyone,
checkpoint.
To
So
anyone just joining us, checkpoint is full of spoilers. So
thank you.
Now you know.
You've been warned.
I just to log off.
Here we are, an hour into the recording.
Yeah.
There's here be spoilers. Anyway, so what happens then is after the battle finishes up with the Burning Souls, they hear a voice. It is Mother Miriam. Xander recognizes it, and she basically says, like, "It's been a while, Xander. Welcome back," kind of thing. And then being like, "Hey, like, there's secrets here that you never knew, and I'll tell you if you help me with this last thing. I have one final request from you, and it is to cleanse the last angry soul out of this place." Which, of course, sounded like, her, right? She was the last restless spirit in this place. So you go outside, and she appears in this gout of white flames and starts pulling all of these spirits out of the very earth. And you guys start combat. You start lobbing spells at her, going to kill her as quick as you can. And then I think on the third round, the actual restless spirit shows up that she was trying to summon the whole time.
Yep.
Because she's not about to tell you guys stuff the proper way. If she told you in advance, it'd be too
I
easy.
know where Xander gets it.
Yeah, exactly. It makes so much more sense now, right?
He learned it from Mother.
The funniest part of this is that I did not think that she was the target until we went outside and people were like, okay, she's the target. And then I was like, oh, I guess I misread that situation. And then I messaged Beardy like, did I misread the situation? We're going after her?
But how would the other...
I think my answer was unclear.
I mean, really, though, how could the other characters know any other thing other than,
exactly.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
But that's also the point, right? So,
and also, it was the first person that Xander attacked. So I was like, oh, okay. I guess so, yeah.
When she was reacting poorly to being attacked by Xander, I was a little, unsure. But my thinking was that she was, remorseful about whatever necromancy shit was used out there.
She taunted Louis about his magic, so that was the thing.
Yeah.
Also worth saying, good boss fight, Beardy. That was a lot of fun.
That was really cool.
Was really fun.
I wanted to try to do something a little bit different, is all.
I liked it.
Yeah.
You gotta have the boss fights there so often where there's the poopy. You don't want to stand in the poopy, and I wanted a poopy boss fight, so that was what it was.
Stand in or near the poopy. It goes everywhere.
It's adjacency on that poopy. So, although it did double damage, it was what it was 2d4 if you were adjacent to the poopy, or 4d4 if you were in the poopy. So that's why it started. Just ask Stavik. It added up.
I don't have to ask Stavik. It added up for me.
That's
it added
true.
up for a lot of you.
It's true.
It's like you get somebody for like 2s and 3s at a time. It's like doesn't sound like much until it's like, oh, that's damage adds up. So yeah, there was a big old fight. This Inquisitor guy pops out, immediately lays a judgment down on Stavik. They start wailing on each other. He judges you heretic and goes after you. And
it's like, bro, how the fuck am I a heretic?
He's a ghost.
I just got here.
I don't know that you want to ask that question, Styler.
I don't think you.
Yeah,
I don't think you want to put that out in the world.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, I mean,
Also,
Stavik is probably like verifiably heretic.
Yeah,
also,
Probably. Yeah. But
it took my entire being not to make a stupid, only funny to me joke saying Hexen.
I'd laugh.
I would have found it funny.
I'd laugh too. You can make those jokes. This
No,
is a
Kenny
safe
would've-
space.
Kenny would have given me shit if I said anything.
Kenny would have, yes, but
Absolutely.
I would have appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so the fight continues. You guys manage to defeat this creature largely
I think there
through.
were a couple of moments during the fight that were interesting
Yeah,
and
go
bear
for it.
discussion.
Please.
So, first of all,
All right.
Louis cutting himself open.
Yeah, the self-harm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like that was a little bit notable.
Mhm.
I would agree. I would agree. I think it was,
It was-
notable. Yeah.
And-
It was wild for him to be cutting himself up and people in combat be like, dude, bro, what are you doing?
Well,
We're trying to win a fight, not lose one.
Yeah.
I don't know when it happened, but I do know Louis has told Xander that he's never really intentionally hurt himself other than like with his fire magic.
That is true.
So that is something.
Yeah. So this was the first time.
First time for everything.
You just look at Zulu and you're like, don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Mhm.
that was also interesting when Zulin kept attacking Miriam.
Yeah.
And Louis almost did
That was-
too.
Well, he did one
I mean, he
more.
did attack.
He did.
Well, he did. You're
yeah,
right.
both of them
Yeah,
shot him.
once.
Did
I know.
just to
Yeah.
make sure. So Xander put down like an ultimatum in the fight, right?
So, yes. So what happened was Zulin ended up hitting Miriam.
Right.
Then Xander teleported in front of her.
Right.
And then Louis ran in and then told Zulin not to heal him and then attacked her as well.
Right. Yes.
And then after that point,
After that
Xander
point.
said, I make an oath to life, to death, to all the gods. The next person that harms her, I will destroy.
Okay.
You
Okay, I just wanna
shot
make sure
her
that
twice with lightning.
nobody.
Yeah.
That was before.
Yeah,
probably
and
just
he
different.
killed her too. So
yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
she should be used to it. It's different.
Yeah.
The one thing I can say kind of like in that state for Louis is he kind of gets like tunnel vision in a way because he's not really mentally present. So he was just following what was the first initiative pretty much, which was to attack her.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, when Xander put down that ultimatum, I was like, are we going to have a permanent rift between Louis and Xander? I was like, I can't even conceive the party dynamic if that happens.
That was what I was worried about too. I was like,
That
oh,
would
shit's
yeah.
getting real.
upheave the entire fucking campaign.
The whole power dynamic's gonna shift.
Xander could have killed Louis and I would have been fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Maybe.
you know.
What if they fought over and Louis won?
Yeah. Don't act like you're the weak boy. You might have won. You're pushing out that heavy fire damage.
I had 10 HP left. I don't think that would have
Yeah, you're probably
worked
right.
at that moment.
If Xander did fucking kill Louis, I mean, whoever came in next would be like whatever, but the rest of the party would be like, hey, yo, so watch out for this guy. He was best
Who
friends
said
with another
Louis
dude,
would
and then he
permanently
killed him.
die?
I'm saying if he did.
Oh.
Ah, okay. Because I was
Okay,
gonna
yeah,
say
okay.
he's stated multiple times he can't die.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
I
test
will
that
say
theory.
Xander absolutely meant it when he.
Oh, I
when he
believed
said
it.
that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can feel the truth of that statement when you said it.
Yeah.
So all that was done. Fire magic was activated within Louis. Bunch of stuff happened between all the little ghostly spirits and all the soul candles, and then eventually you guys defeated that guy. Boss fight was over, and Miriam said, like, cool, good job. There's secrets that I'm going to show you. You need to find out. You need to come to the place where I first found you. And she left you a trail to go to a crater.
Yeah.
Sure did.
So then you guys went to that crater.
And Xander found out who he was.
And Xander found out that
he's an
he
alien.
was...
Yeah, he's an
forged.
alien.
Oh shit.
We had to set all the bombs, get it out, and then he started transforming into all of us.
Yes.
Well, I will say, at lunch, like pretty recently with Beardy, I was like, I feel like Xander was made for some sort of Owen-like reason.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
And I didn't say a goddamn thing.
No, you did the,
Yeah.
and
That's
I
about
was
right.
sitting there and I was like, all right, cool. Because I think there were a couple of other theories that I gave you that I didn't like, but they were there, and you reacted more jovial to them, like, oh, that's funny, and I'd be like, all right, cool, good. Not
You
those.
trying to figure out my tells? Is that what you're doing
Yeah.
here?
I live with
Oh,
you.
absolutely.
I mean, I want to be that guy, but like a lot of the stuff we found out today, I was like, oh, we didn't know this?
Yeah.
Like,
I
yeah,
swear people
Xander
would have
being,
figured... Go ahead.
Xander being made, I kind of took for granted when we were like, oh, he doesn't have parents. I was like, okay, well, then there's only one answer to that.
Yeah.
Must have gotten popped out with God directly. And then with him being like, oh, I actually have a connection to Owen, I'm like, well, I can't say anything in character, but don't we know this?
Yeah.
It's true.
From the Ma.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
So yeah, so you found out that Owen, or that Xander is forged, specifically by Owen, which on
Doesn't
its
make
face
sense.
should be impossible because Owen is dead. So it doesn't make sense that 3 years ago Xander could have been forged by a dead god. So
Yep.
I mean, is it possible that a god could forge a thing and then have it be deployed later? It's like a contingency?
Maybe. But you also would know that forged don't usually show up paralyzed.
That's
And near
true.
death.
Something went wrong.
Something went wrong.
Something went wrong.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a bit confused. So when did this attack on the temple occur?
3 years ago?
Less than 3 years ago.
Jeez, I thought this was like a long time ago. This
Yeah, ancient history would know.
For some
Nope.
reason, the temple looks very decrepit.
It's an old temple.
It's an old temple.
They
always-
just took
it always-
shit care of it when they were there. They were just
It's a
having
really old
orgies all the
temple.
time.
Well,
Yeah.
it is on the top of a mountain. I can't imagine getting materials other than what's on the mountain to fix it up would be really accessible.
It's just really badly made.
There's like,
It's made by Proteans.
What was her name? The matron lady. They're like, hey.
Oh, Miriam.
Yeah, Mother Miriam. They're like, there's a crack in the wall. What should we do about this? We're like, it's just there now.
Well, we've
Yeah.
got pine
That's just how that
trees.
works.
Put sap there, I guess.
This is pretty as well. Like, sorry.
Like, well, we
Look,
have
did
this
you-
one. We have this one sear. Let's ask and see if it's going to be a problem.
Yo,
Can you
Xander.
ask me something nice, please? All right. So after that, there was a pretty reflective scene where Xander was sort of, taking this in and really kind of luxuriating in that moment of discovery and like revelation. And the moth, had that little flutter. It was a lovely little scene. And then Bastion just kind of like after there was like a little conversation, Bastion's kind of like info dumped a bunch of stuff
As he does.
out of nowhere.
That's not really out of nowhere for him. He has this habit.
He has a habit of like weird insights at a weird time. Yeah.
I mean, we get to see the fucking stats on the stream, right? Every time Bastion is like a dumb himbo, I'm like, no, you're not. I see your stats. I see that intelligence.
Right.
So every time one of these things come out, Valentino's surprised, but I'm like, there it is.
There it is. There it shines through.
The manipulations begin.
He knows what he's doing. He's playing the party like a fiddle.
Play this like a damn fiddle!
So yeah, he had like some really nice insights about, whether your past defines you, or if you like the whole concept of free will, and if you're forged, does that mean you're somehow lacking of free will, or do you still have the free will of a normal person? Are you bound to this destiny that you were created for?
Yeah.
And he believes no. He thinks fuck that. You can do whatever you want. So don't let it change the way you look at yourself.
I feel like Xander had the saddest answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him so much. He needs a little smooch on his forehead and some hot cocoa.
Oh, he's fine.
I know he's fine.
I don't know why you're putting fine in air quotes.
Because his version of fine is different.
Yeah, so then the crater scene ended, and you guys made your way back to the monastery.
Well,
oh, go ahead.
There was that whole like Owen symbol and stuff that got blown away.
Oh, right, yeah, there was an Owen symbol on the ground that appeared when Xander walked in the middle of the crater, and then as soon as Louis walked up to it, it faded away into ashes and dust.
I'm sure that would have happened if any of us went on there.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if anybody else touched
guys.
it, I'm sure it would have gone away too. I mean,
I'm so glad we don't know for sure, though. I
definitely had nothing to do with the fact
when
that like
happened.
What was the theory that Louis is blocked from all gods?
Oh, that one. Okay,
oh, and the Antichrist. I mean,
And
I guess
the
either one would technically work for that. So that's a check mark next to each of those theories. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're not good enough.
You're a sociopath who's willing to experiment on people like guinea pigs.
I think you mean a visionary who is trying to push forward the field of science.
They are a
Speaking
proactive
of,
surgeon.
This is jumping back a little bit.
Go ahead.
Why did Zulin keep peppering her with the bomb?
Oh, because Zulin thought that the whole point was just to concentrate fire on the other.
Sure.
So Zulin's just like, I'm just gonna keep doing that. Sure.
So,
Xander can go one-on-one to finish her off, but I want it to be done now.
Okay, so the idea was that this person was pulling the spirits out. Therefore, if you kill her, all the spirits go away and you win the fight.
Yes.
I get it. Okay, that makes sense.
Sure.
I frankly just thought Zulin was like, holy shit, they're not crowded around a target for once. I can throw my bombs in the community.
That's also nice.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So we, from the crater, headed back to the Prinia's Reach temple to spend the night because it was pretty late. And
cold.
It's very cold.
Dude, I can't imagine how shitty these rooms must be. Like, they must not protect you from the cold at all.
There was a goddamn door to the outside.
Yeah.
To a bedroom.
That is a shit design.
That is a feature, not a flaw.
Prinian worshippers have naturally warm hearts.
I think the
true.
Prinian worshippers have other ways of keeping warm.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Oh!
Can confirm.
I don't like this.
Preach
I don't want to be here.
I mean, I'm not saying that Prinians are the best religion, but
they
they're
do
maybe
have
the
the best masses.
Oh, they do have the best services.
Yeah, I know. Xander presided over some of those.
Hell yeah.
I do like their oral sermons.
So
Yes,
anyways, there's some cute
That
little,
is the joke.
there were some little conversations when we got there, here and there. Like, Bastion and Valentino having some smokes and observing.
And Bastion sharing an insecurity of his.
Yeah. There was also the Bastion and Louis conversation before that.
That's true. Where Bastion was like, I got you. It'll be okay, bro.
Yeah.
That's very sweet.
And then he walked over, like, you guys are going to head into the building, and he stops and says, looks at Xander and says, your past doesn't define you. You know? Like, you are who you are from this point forward, not from this point backward. And he walked on. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Louis stayed. Spoke to Xander about him apologizing for an accidental lie. Probably. Louis explained that he at some point started to guess what was going on with Xander. So he wasn't super surprised, but it was something.
Yeah. And I think Louis and Xander also had a slight, I guess, conversation about Louis' fire usage.
Yeah, I don't think that conversation's done, but he's trying to
not.
Give the olive branch.
The conversation hasn't even started.
Olive branch. We're gonna stop it. It's cool, guys. It's fine. We're gonna turn off the fire. It's cool.
I hope so.
I mean, I gotta say, when Louis was like, "Oh, it's fine. I just blacked out during combat," I was like, "Man, it's good that Valentino is not in earshot of this, because he'd be like, you do what now? Is this a thing now?"
I mean, he doesn't remember the fight with the space spaghetti monster meatball boy.
The magic ear.
Yeah, he only vaguely knows that he felt very numb, that there was a lot of white light, and that his arm, of course, was entirely scorched up to his neck. So
yeah.
I mean, Val had attributed that to Xander going
trauma
down, and trauma from.
Well, that's what activated it.
Right, and so he was just like, "Oh, he's just blacked out because he was super stressed." But this, like, would it be like, "Oh, that's a thing that's like gonna happen more?"
Only if necessary.
Apparently, Louis has like a Hulk mode. That's fun.
It's like number one rule of combat: stay conscious during combat.
Yeah.
Yes,
but people
Davik.
could have died if he didn't.
Wow.
Sometimes people die.
People die every day.
That's what
That's
Petravian
true.
taught us.
That's what I tell my children every day.
That's the greatest wisdom Petravian shared to the world.
You stand on top of these graves of children, and you're like, people die every day, kids.
I don't know. See, now I'm thinking, what is... Okay. Quick question. Instant quiz. Everyone's favorite Petravian quote. Kenny, go.
Oh my god, why am I first?
Don't think about it. Just answer. Best Petravian quote. Go.
I like small.
Grem, best Petravian quote.
Pretty big talk for someone so small is my favorite. It'll stay in my heart forever.
I like small.
Xeno.
Fuck you for being small.
Xeno, best Petravian quote.
That's a hard one. I'm gonna go with cut me some fucking slack.
Oh,
yeah!
But I also,
I love that one.
in the top tier, it won't be a knife.
That was
mine.
in
That's
between.
my answer.
Yeah.
It won't be a knife. Was my favorite. We did it.
Shane, do you have a favorite Petravian quote?
I was going to say I like small, and then it won't be a knife, so I guess it has to be Petravian's final line. Which, Screwy, would you care to do the honors?
Does he remember?
I'll be honest, I don't remember because we had that mini campaign.
I don't remember. I don't remember offhand.
Okay. So I believe that it was, I bet he's a bitch like you.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right. That was pretty good.
proud of
actually.
that one.
It's a good last words, honestly.
Yeah, really.
I was very proud of that one then. Yeah.
Screwy, how's it feel to have the most iconic lines?
It's true.
For both of your characters.
Hands down.
No question.
Like, can you? I don't even think you can do that with Vera. Can you do that with Vera?
No.
Vera doesn't have any like super memorable.
No one else is quotable like
lines.
that.
Disagree.
I also
think-
disagree with that. Vera has some very quotable lines.
They're all
true.
very quotable, including Vera.
For example,
What the fuck, brother Petravian?
I think that is
On
the
replay.
most quotable line. Check, please. Period.
My favorite is the one about murder. Xeno.
Oh, that's right. Let's just call murder what. Oh, let's just call attempted murder what it is.
Not
murder. That's a great line too. That is true.
It's fucking quotable as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I don't know if Soul has quotable lines. Other than
I fucked
like,
the mafia lord.
Yeah.
well,
What does
yeah,
that mean?
but
But that was
I don't
Keni
know.
talking.
we have those in our scenes. I don't know
Yeah.
if you guys would remember that if that wasn't in the like waiting.
Yeah.
I
But
would.
that was also like Keni talking, not Soul.
That's
Nearly
true.
an
That was
adult.
Kenny. Yeah, I think that's like Soul's only like true quote or repetitive quote, which is like I'm pretty much an adult. I'm almost an adult. I'm practically an
Yeah.
adult.
I'm practically an adult. It's a good line too.
Mm-hmm.
So then, let's see. What else happened today that we should go over?
other
Stavik died
standouts?
almost.
Yeah.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Did he
Oh,
die
okay.
though?
He was -4, so technically
-4.
I
Yeah.
just didn't know if
But with
anything
that-
happened to him.
Wait, is your
Not yet.
I mean, we've
It-
kept
it
having
was
where
with-
he
it was
would
in that
die, and
6
then
second
within that
window.
turn-
were you down or were you dead?
Well,
He
Uh,
dies
no.
at 0.
yeah, he
At
dies
0,
at
I'm
0
dead.
because he's
True.
undead. He has a 0 con, or not even. He has no con score. It's not even 0 con. It's a nil. So it's like a dash there.
It's a Decepticon.
Yeah. So
Oh
if
fuck!
he hits 0, he dies. Then he got taken to -4, and then that ghost walked over and did some
Hoo-ha.
voodoo right there at the end.
To some of that Prinian magic.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
That-
question why Stavik seems to work like food and follow a 5-second rule. I'm happy that it works that way.
I'm
Follows
happy
the 5
that.
second rule. I'm just happy for it. You know, it just makes it easier that way.
You're welcome.
So then, so Stravik almost died. And then let's see, we left off with Bastion and Valentino.
Valentino.
Sorry, had a little conversation while smoking some Haggies.
Mhm.
And then while they were doing that, down at the bottom of the stairs, another conversation was taking place. What happened there?
Well, we've briefly touched on it already.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know how. Oh, go ahead. Tell me your insights.
Oh no, I was gonna say you were having that conversation, and it was then you went inside and went into that room and cried a little bit.
I
That's
was
okay.
actually hoping to get away with quietly crying alone for the rest of the session, to be frankly honest.
I bet
Which-
you were.
I don't blame you.
Every introvert's dream.
Right.
Let me cry in peace.
Xander's every
Stavik
introvert's
was
nightmare.
meandering around, admiring the temple and all the happiness that came. Well, the happiness that was created there, not necessarily that was inherent to the Aprinia temple, but all the new families and everything that the broken that came to find, and he was he liked that idea. He liked that there was, and that Xander came down and had a purpose and everything. He said that he was a accident. That Stavik said of himself that he was an accident.
Yes, I was going to say that was an interesting conversation. But Stavik said it was lucky that he found himself in this place where there were these kind people nearby to look over everything. And Xander was like, that is certainly a word that you could use to describe the situation. And they got into a little bit of a discussion about whether anything was an accident and whether Stavik was an accident. Stavik definitely put his foot down that every day he feels more and more that he was an accident, which is an interesting perspective.
Genuinely surprised me, actually.
Yeah, me too.
It was fun.
Stavik wasn't in his mind, given what he's finding out about his circumstances, he wasn't supposed to be this way, and he views himself as an accident.
That's tragic, and I love it.
I do love it. It's tasty.
No, Grem.
It's very tasty.
I love it.
There it is.
There we go.
Well, does that cover the episode, or is there anything else?
Oh, we did have a conversation between Zulin and Stavik at the end.
Okay.
Which I wasn't able to. There was one more thing I wanted to say during that, but I wasn't able to before the end of the session. So
Go ahead.
Might be able to go into that later.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, don't forget it.
Yeah, don't forget it.
Oh, we'll
Don't.
see if we have the two talk this night or not.
And then
We'll force it. We'll be like, hey, Zulin, you are talk to Stout. You ain't supposed to have masks. You want to talk about masks?
So
Yeah.
once, at the end of that, we wrap the session up with that conversation between
Sander and
Wait.
Louis?
Xander
Yeah.
and Louis. I am only thinking of player names. It's bad.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so we ended up with that and paused the session. So is there any final thoughts on the episode today?
Really good 2 sessions. Both of them were fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Some of my
Good.
favorites
Yeah,
this
yeah.
season.
Yeah.
Good boss battle.
It was
Good-
super
yeah, I like
nice,
the- Yeah.
like delving into player backstory stuff. I've been
Yeah.
Agreed.
so
Very much
eager
so.
to.
Yeah. So we'll have this opportunity for everyone as we go. Obviously, this is like literally linked to this place that you guys are at. So this is where it happens in the story because this is when you got here.
For sure.
But the other ones, some of them are more nebulous because they're not linked to a place. They can be like the people. So it's when you run into these specific people that they'll happen. But everybody's gonna have their moment.
Yeah.
I will say the next one to come up is probably going to be either. See, now I'm thinking, I'm double guessing.
Either Stavik,
Either Stavik or
Duldrin.
Louis.
Valentino.
That's
I think
what
are the
I
next
thought.
two. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think Stavik and Louis are the next
Louis.
two. So we'll see.
Ooh.
One of those
track
two
of
is
my
next. I
timeline.
think.
That's
Just based on
interesting.
what's coming up, I think.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Immediately, at least.
Yeah, so what's happening
Although-
next? Or...
You know what? I just forgot something entirely, and it's neither of them. There's a clear winner, and it's
Valentino?
not either of them. I'm not even gonna say anymore. I'm gonna leave you guys up.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave you guessing.
Shit, okay.
I see.
I'm gonna leave you guessing.
Husa, obviously.
It's Husa, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
She's still alive?
No, she got buried alive.
Well,
She's
Well,
gone.
that's,
Yeah.
that's why we're gonna find out about her
kidnapped
backstory.
again.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, we're gonna find her body, and we're gonna find someone who's not a Lentakivi who's like, my daughter, what has happened?
Yeah. Though I will say, speaking of backstories, I was very excited to get to this part because I have been dropping hints about the backstory since
Yeah.
day one.
That's true.
Every
Day one.
single
Since
conversation Xander has been in since session 1 has had some hint about the backstory.
There had been little crumbs the entire way, and you can go back and look at it, and they were there. And every time I was like, "Yep, there it is."
I mean, that's how Louis was able to formulate most of this, even with the stuff that Xander himself didn't know or think of.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting playing through and being a part of that and being like, yeah, no, I know you literally told me most of this stuff. Now it's the details I want to know.
I'm interested in what kind of portions you were dropping in that, because there was a lot that I think, as Grem said, that I felt like I knew what happened, like the reveals already. So I didn't know if
That's
there was
fair.
like the Prynia stuff. No, I didn't know that there was Prynia, and I didn't know you were forged.
Well, he did mention
he
that
didn't
he
know
was
either.
like a cleric of Prynia or whatever. Not a cleric, but like Xander would be like, "Oh yeah, I lived in a Prynian temple, and I have this symbol
I have
and
a
stuff.
fondness for
Also,
Prynia.
I have no religious affiliations whatsoever." I'm like,
Yeah.
one of
He
those
said-
things can't be true.
He said that he was not religious,
Mhm.
and I would just like to say, not having known at that point that he was forged, that is a true statement. He is
Yeah.
not religious by definition.
Yeah.
You know, an angel is not religious.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
It's religious in the sense of this is attached to a religion, but not religious in the sense of
he
this
still
is
performed funeral rites for people.
But he
That's
was
true.
made to do that.
But he's not a
That wasn't
Prynian.
really his choice.
Yeah.
It seems.
He's not a Prynian by worship.
A lot of people who are religious did not choose to be.
Well, yeah, but I feel like it's a little bit different when it's like, oh, you're stuck on this mountain and we're not going to let you leave, probably.
I mean, to just be like, oh, hey, I have no religious connections. I just grew up in a religious commune and I'm built by another god.
Cult.
Yeah. Like you do.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
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 He said he knows a lot about religions, and he's not personally. There are some gods that he, has never had really a connection to, but he's interested in and has fondness for, but he is not just personally religious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shall we go over some bingos?
Yes, let's.
Please.
Yeah.
All right.
Bingo bangos.
So I got the bingo pulled up here, and I have zero
Goose egg.
bingos.
Goose
I
egg.
have a
I
goose
also
egg.
have 0 bingos.
Oh, we agreed. Okay. Well, in that case, y'all get one.
Fast. Oh, hey.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a good session. Y'all
you.
deserve
thank
one.
you.
Oh,
Welcome.
thank you.
That means Screwy, you've gotten 3.
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good.
So
Thank you very
For
much.
him
Make
to
sure
spend
to
them all in
update
one
that.
day.
I did.
okay, good. So yeah, I'll update Bastion right now before I
Can
forget.
you update Louis too? Because I am never on the server when we're doing checkpoints.
Yeah, I'll update Louis to give you one more, and I will. All right, so that puts you back up to 5. There we go. And
Sweet
I'll
spot.
change Bastion. Anyone else need me to change theirs?
Nope.
Okay. Ooh, that puts Bastion up to 19.
Oh, he's beating me.
He's never spent one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll continue to be
God
beating
damn.
you. Because he's never going to spend one.
Boo. Boring.
He's basically my counter to see how many I've given out.
boring. Boo.
Yeah. So with that, thank you all for listening in. I appreciate you coming along on this ride with us, and I will see you all at the next episode of Check Please.
We'll see you next week, everyone. Bye.
Doodles.